Yo, so what's up, guys, and welcome back to another trade recap. So today was a pretty rare day where I actually took two different trades. Got break even on the first one, and then I kind of just got trailed out in profit on the second one. So here is the Top Step X report. We made $235 today and 20 cents. So today is really important for me because I did learn something very valuable today that I'm loving the fact that I'm recording it just so I can go back and look at it. I can jot it down in my journal, and then it can also possibly help out a few of you guys who also trade continuations and need to understand certain things. So to break it down, going into the day, we ended up having this big new week opening gap. Now, this huge new week opening gap was created yesterday at market open due to some type of Iran war news again. I think they just couldn't come to an agreement or something with the ceasefire, I believe. I don't know. So many different stuff has been coming out where it's like it's kind of hard to keep track sometimes. But that's what ended up creating this big new week opening gap. So obviously, new week opening gap, new day opening gaps, huge, strong draws on liquidity. So I'm looking for this gap to get filled. Now, this is kind of where I messed up a little bit. So the thing is with so I was trying to mark out the draw of the fill of the new week opening gap. So I was thinking the fill would have been the top of this candle. Now, the reason why is because this is like the last lower time frame candle close, which is bullish, before the gap forms. So I'm thinking, okay, well, in order to technically fill the gap, it would be at the top of this candle. That was actually wrong. So the mentor that I follow, that I'm learning under, basically was saying how the new week opening gap fill, so the new week opening gap should have been marked on the hourly, and it would actually be the bottom of this hourly candle. So, and that would technically be the fill, and that's where my, I guess, quote unquote, like TP should have been, in a sense. So I'm going to kind of run down my thought process for today. So yes, I did have this marked out wrong. So it was the top of this candle. And then I also had this 7 o'clock candle as a draw as well, which I think got taken out pre-market anyways. So, and then I also had a draw lower just in case we go lower. But definitely was looking for the new week opening gap to be filled. So if we go down on the lower time frames, all right, so market open. Yeah, so we did take out this first draw, right, during pre-market. Now, what I'm looking for is displacement past this first draw to then have a retrace and then possibly displace past and target the next draw. So we had a little bit of messing around, coming down, some bearish price action, a little bit of chop. Honestly, didn't really like the way things were looking at the moment. Especially just leading into the day, just like, I'm like, okay, if we're going to go fill this gap, like, we're going to go up to it quick. And then we started chopping around. So I was kind of thrown off a little bit, but randomly we ended up getting some news, at 9:48, which shot this candle straight up. Now, I didn't pull off that close. I was actually a little distracted and I wasn't really like paying attention. I just kind of like came out of nowhere. And then as this next candle was forming, I ended up pulling mid-candle. I got a terrible fill. I was trying to calculate my risk properly. So I got filled a little bit later than what I would have liked to. Now, I ended up going break even pretty aggressively here. So especially since we opened up this new 1 minute fair value gap. So it came down, got hit break even. I was like, okay, so we'll remove that for now. Actually, I'll put that back. I'll hide it, actually. Okay. So we ended up forming this 1 minute fair value gap that I was like, okay, if we're going to continue bullish, we're going to inverse this gap, and then we're going to keep pushing up. So we did inverse it on this bullish candle, and then on this next bullish candle close, I ended up pulling the trade, stopped below here on the pullback, targeting what I marked out as the new week opening gap fill. So now we ended up pushing up. I went break even. And then this new 1 minute fair value gap got formed. I placed my stop loss at the bottom of that because I'm like, okay, well, if we're truly bullish, we're going to hold this and then keep going up. I got stopped out by like a literal tick. and then it decided to go up and then mess around and it came down anyways. So that's where I got trailed out in profit. I'm going to bring this back really quick because I do want to look at a scenario if I would have targeted this properly, like my mentor said. Yeah, so this would have been, honestly, if I would have marked out this draw properly the first time going into the day, I probably would not have taken this trade considering on how cooked my RR would have been. Like, I mean, a 0.14 RR. Like, if I would have got that same exact fill, like, I would not have pulled this trade. And it makes sense that this is the draw because, as you can see, when we took it, we made this pretty aggressive pullback. So that just kind of gives you a telltale sign that, like, this definitely was the correct draw to have. Now, if I would have entered something maybe a little bit lower, like either on this close, like that would have been nice right there, or maybe just a little bit earlier on it just to get like a 1-to-1. It would have been very hard to get, honestly. You know, it is what it is, though. Definitely a good learning lesson with new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps, is just to mark them on the hourly instead. And yeah, so that's really the trade for today. A little bit of profit, biggest of progress on the eval. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I end up taking a trade tomorrow. So make sure you guys smash a like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in my next one.